Welcome to the Random Sports Guy podcast, a show that is super easy, that it's barely an inconvenience to listen to. My name is Carlos, and I'm here to give you all my thoughts on everything going on in the world of sports. Alright, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Pegasus Media Podcast. Our boys are back. Look who we have right here.
Yeah, okay. So it was a tough decision, but I decided to come back.
Tough decision? What the heck?
I've honestly missed it. Okay, bottom line is...
Exactly, he's back. We're back, everybody. It was a long couple of months. I believe it was, our last episode together was October, but we're back, guys. We're back. All right, let's get into it. What do we got?
The big headline of the week is Kylian Mbappe. After just 5 months of a contract renewal that hurt fans in Spain and across the world, he's decided to leave PSG.
Mbappe wants to leave PSG. What are your first reactions when it comes to this?
I mean, like, he had his chance. He had his chance to leave, mainly because of the government. I think he decided to stay now, and now look what's happening.
Exactly. Like, man, he could have been in Madrid, winning Champions Leagues, La Liga games, but instead he's in Paris. And now he's like, I mean, they couldn't even beat Benfica yesterday. Bro, come on, man. Jesus Christ. Let's be honest. The asking price they're asking for him, no one's gonna buy him.
PSG is way out of their heads. 300 to 350 million.
Bro, that would be, if I'm not mistaken, that would make him the most expensive transfer in the history of the sport.
By far. I think Neymar sold for like 220.
Yeah.
So that is well over an 100 million difference.
Exactly. Like, now, what team wants him now, though?
It's not a matter of want, but like, who can afford him?
Yeah, no one can afford him. But another thing is, not a lot of teams really need him right now. Like, if you look at who is desperately in a need for a number 9 right now, or a player like Mbappe, and who's willing to pay $350 million. $350 million. Now, how do you think this is going to affect the PSG?
It definitely affects how the players view type of persona.
Like, the media is like destroying him right now, calling him the biggest baby in the world. But you know, this is honestly something interesting. You know what Mbappe reminds me of? He reminds me of the typical spoiled rich kid.
Yes.
Who wants everything to go his way, and if he doesn't, he throws a tantrum. This is a tantrum from Mbappe. Let's be honest, the chances of him actually leaving in January are slim to none. Like, I'm interested. I'm curious to know if you see him leaving. 1, if you see him leaving, and then 2, if you do, where do you think he goes?
I don't see him leaving. Like, first is like, who can afford him? The asking price is just way too high. I don't see him fit, but maybe the Premier League.
Yeah, I mean, like, maybe like a player swap deal. Maybe like a player swap plus cash. I don't know. It's like
A lot of people are saying that Liverpool is his only way out.
But then I see it like I don't know how good he would fit with Darwin Núñez. And plus, that Liverpool team really doesn't have a lot to offer. I don't think Salah is enough to get you Mbappe. It's a weird position to be in, because you see what I mean, it's crazy because all of this could have been avoided if he would have just left this summer. Like, even if he didn't go to Madrid, he could have gone to Liverpool like from the get-go, or he could have gone anywhere. It's crazy. Now, what do you think the reason is for him wanting to leave?
I'm not sure, but he did say that the reason beyond football, like maybe with the...
Look, I'm thinking that you can see, and I'm thinking that what everyone's saying on social media and the media and everyone, what everyone's saying is actually getting to him. Because remember, he's what, 22, 23? Yeah, he's still a kid per se. So he's gonna be on social media. And like, bro, when you have people saying the things, he feels not loved in Paris. And another thing that I want to know your take on is, could this be him being jealous of Messi and Neymar?
Actually, yeah, he could be jealous. This is like how when Neymar left Barcelona.
Yeah.
Because of Messi. He wanted to be his own star.
Mbappe had his time as his own star. And here's another thing, bro. Mbappe put himself in this position, if you actually think about it, because he look at that crazy contract with the control of the club and shit. And because of that, they lost out on Pogba, didn't want to go play there. Tchouaméni didn't want to go there. Zidane didn't want to coach there. He hurt the team by taking that contract.
I started that PSG promised him that if he extended his contract, they would 1. Sell Neymar, and 2. Sign Robert Lewandowski.
Bro, man, there was no way that was gonna like Neymar. I thought they should have sold him. I thought they should have sold him. Yeah, I think they should have sold him when they had the chance. But like Lewandowski, he was always Barcelona bound. He was Barca bound from the very beginning. I don't even think he would have considered PSG.
Hell, he wasn't even considering any other offer. It was just Barcelona. Barcelona is where I want to be.
Yeah, so like you were gonna lose out on Lewandowski anyways if you're PSG. It's a crazy right when you think the whole Mbappe saga is over, a new chapter begins. Man, this man's like a car. He's like the French. He's like the soccer version of the Kardashians. It never ends with him.
Like, keeping up with Mbappe.
Exactly. That should be a show, man. Hulu has to make it one day. They have Welcome to Wrexham. Now let's do fucking Keeping Up with Mbappe. Enough talk about the turtle. Go on.
Alright, so injuries have been the question of the week. You have Di Maria, Dybala, Reece James, Trent, Kyle Walker.
A lot
and
of
the World Cup is only 40 days away.
Not to mention you got guys like Pogba who's gonna miss the World Cup. You got Pogba who's gonna miss the World Cup with an injuries. It now becomes a injury problem. Now, let me ask you something. We know we're 40 days away from the World Cup right now, but there's still league games like Premier League games, Champions League games, and like games for the domestic leagues and cup. So there's a higher risk for injury. So do you think the clubs should start maybe resting or like subbing off their best players so they don't get injured for the World Cup?
That would probably be the smartest thing to do. Then again, I don't think clubs would actually do it because they still want to have the highest chances of winning their game.
Yeah, which is like a problem with making, which was one of my biggest concerns when it came to making the World Cup in December. Because like players are gonna get injured and we don't know if they're gonna like be able to, like we don't know. I mean, Dybala's injury is concerning, and then you look at England, who like you said, Reece James, Trent, and Kyle Walker. Those are really 3 starting caliber defenders that they have. And we're 40 days away from the World Cup.
Yeah, and because the World Cup is in December, they are, like, as you said, tightening the schedule. So now it's like 2-3 games a week.
That's a lot. It's a big toll on the bodies of the players. And then to go in and have to play a month-long tournament, tough. And it's now going to start affecting the teams because look, we don't know Di Maria and Dybala, man. Those injuries could hurt Argentina. The England injuries could come back and cost England in the World Cup. Who knows? Maybe that's the reason why, like, if players get injured, and maybe to keep players, maybe that's the reason why the countries don't do as well as they could have.
Yeah, I don't know yet on the English players, but Di Maria is said to be 2 to 3 weeks out, and Dybala around a month.
Dybala would be cutting it really close to the World Cup. That's my only concern. Like you would have, because like one thing is like the injury, but then you have to get back into form, and to do that with that little time before the World Cup, I don't think Argentina can even afford to have like Dybala come in and like not be in form for the World Cup. Let's be honest, is Dybala even gonna play?
They have been incredibly like underrating Di Maria. No,
yeah.
And Dybala. Like I don't know what their problem is, but they just won't play him.
Exactly, bro. Like I was expecting, bro. They played. There was a game, Argentina Honduras. We were there. They played someone else with his number. They literally had someone else wear his number, bro.
That doesn't look like him.
I mean, come on, man, play him. I don't know, and he's such a good player. When he's healthy, he's doing great things for Jose Mourinho in Roma. Oh man, I'm really concerned for the England players because of how tough the Premier League schedule is, especially for Trent. Like you see what Liverpool is doing, playing a Premier League game on Sunday, then they have a Champions League game Wednesday. Following Saturday, they play another Premier League game. So it's like a tough schedule, man. It's like a lot on the bodies of the athletes. I just hope that this World Cup is magic.
I mean, and hopefully as the days keep coming short, hopefully no more injuries or the injuries don't keep piling up.
Yeah.
In time for the World Cup.
Because I remember there was like a PSG game a couple of weeks ago where Messi like took a fall and had to be subbed off. Bro, my heart stopped. My heart dropped. I was like, not Messi, not like this.
And I believe that's the injury that he has currently.
Yes, that is still the injury. Bro, I'm like, no, it can't be. This can't end like this. Not his last World Cup. That sounds so sad to say. His last World Cup.
And bro. It's the last World Cup for all 3, Messi, Neymar, and Ronaldo.
Yeah, bruh. Now, I've seen these pictures rolling around social media, and I wanted to get your take on them. It's like Messi in a suit, and they're saying, oh, Messi is a manager. Out of the three, Messi, Ronaldo, and Neymar, who do you think would be?
I think Ronaldo.
I agree, because, bro, Ronaldo, he's just like... Ronaldo, for me, reminds me a lot of Jose Mourinho. He would be the type of manager who would, fight the ref. Now, imagine, bro, Messi and Ronaldo coaching against each other.
It's like a
And
Pepe
then it's
Mourinho.
who knows? Maybe we get another thing, we get another Thomas Tuchel Conte thing. Let's just go at it.
I don't know, but there's just something about Ronaldo. He's like Zidane and Jose Mourinho together.
Yeah.
It's he has the looks and he has the understanding
I mean,
to be.
do you remember in the 2016 Euros finals where he was coaching them? It's when he got injured and you saw it on the sideline. He was giving them instructions.
Yeah, and he was going.
That's what she said. Pause, bro. Bro,
yeah,
Ronaldo has a coach.
That intensity.
I mean, yeah, bro. Ronaldo, he reminds me. He would be a great coach. He really would be. But here's the thing. I also think Messi would be a really good coach. I think if you look at what Messi could do, his level of understanding, Messi could be a tactical genius. Really, we could be talking in a couple of years, we could be saying Ronaldo and Messi are the new Mourinho Guardiola rivalry.
I mean, I don't really see Messi.
I just don't see Messi. I just don't see Messi leaving the game. I think he always wants to be involved some way.
I know he said he wants to be in the behind the scenes part.
I don't know if he'd be a good owner. I don't think Messi would be a good owner. I think if Messi becomes an owner or something, we could be talking about a Michael Jordan type situation with the Hornets. Or honestly, maybe Messi becomes a trainer.
I believe he said, I don't know, I have to find it.
And I mean, Neymar, I think once Neymar retires, I could see Neymar maybe as a commentator, maybe? That'd be pretty fun to see, though, Premier League mornings with, Thierry Henry and Neymar. So, yeah.
That would be a huge turn of events if one of them just became a commentator. That would be such a huge turn of events, one of them becoming a commentator.
Bro, imagine Ronaldo, instead of being a coach, just turns into a play-by-play announcer. He just goes, we're just watching a Manchester City versus Real Madrid. A Manchester United versus Real Madrid game, and we hear Ronaldo's voice and welcome into the Champions League finals. I would laugh. I'd be like, oh my God, is that Cristiano? But it's sad, man. A golden era of football is ending, bro. Higuain retiring, Aguero retired a couple months ago. Ronaldo and Messi's last World Cup coming to an end, brother.
Just the idea of it coming to an end just hurts so much.
It does, man, because bro, literally growing up idolizing Ronaldo and Messi, and not really Neymar, but Ronaldo and Messi. and watching soccer and watching the Madrid teams with Ronaldo, the Barca, Messi. Here's another question. Will soccer ever truly be the same without them?
It won't.
I agree with you, because you see, man, and you see what's happening with United. Man, it breaks my heart to see Ronaldo in the bench. It's heartbreaking, bro. It's heartbreaking.
It's like the people that got to see Maradona and Pelé play. We grew up saying these guys are better. Now it's watching them about to retire. It's you think about the future.
Yeah. And I really...
Football will never feel the same because we grew up in this era.
Right now, who knows? Maybe a prodigy emerges in the next couple of years, but at this present moment, I don't see anyone who can build or live up to the shoes of a Messi and Ronaldo. It's when I say filling up Ronaldo's shoes, I don't just mean Messi and Ronaldo's shoes. I don't just mean as a soccer player. You look at what Ronaldo and Messi have done for the sport. They've done so much outside of the pitch with the charity work, in my opinion, Messi and Ronaldo really made soccer even more global than what it was.
Yeah. I mean, with huge names like Messi, Ronaldo, global sensations, they have a lot of power. The things they do, like Ronaldo with the Coca-Cola thing.
Yeah, bro, Ronaldo, literally, just because of that, he takes in Coca-Cola stock. Tell me a soccer player, an athlete in general, who could do that, bro? Literally, just by saying no, we drink water. That stopped. Man, Coca-Cola, like, and another thing is, like, you look at, like, the story of Messi and Ronaldo, how they came to be what they are. Like, it's inspiring, bro, because they weren't always rich, bro.
And like, the stories happen as often now because improvement of society, but
Yeah, and I mean, like, crazy, man. It's gonna be a really sad day when they actually, like fully retire. Tears will be shed.
I don't know how I'd feel.
I don't know. I'm gonna cry, man. Man, I'm not ready, dude. I'm not ready. And to think, bro, that like if one of them loses early in the World Cup, and here's what I fear: that if Ronaldo loses early with Portugal, like in the round of 16s or something, and then knowing how Manchester United is treating him, he might retire right there. Like he might just say, "Look, I'm done." And then we just that's a scary thought, man. That like if Portugal loses early in the World Cup and Ten Hag still doesn't play him, Cristiano Ronaldo could retire after this World Cup.
But it is so many things depend on this World Cup. Messi said he was going to rethink after the World Cup. I mean,
Bro, I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm actually scared that Argentina and Portugal lose early and they both like rethink it and just because what I fear is Messi loses early in the World Cup and he feels like he couldn't get it done and he just retires. Like that's what I fear, man. I fear them retiring. So man, if the FIFA can rig Qatar getting the World Cup and more than likely Qatar winning the first game, they can rig an Argentina and Portugal final.
I mean, they've done it before, so
they've done it, man. Hell, Qatar got the freaking World Cup, bro. Man, come on. All right, let's move on. What else we got?
All right, so going back to Mbappe, he has become PSG's highest Champions League scorer at just 23 years old.
That's impressive, man. That is impressive. I mean, here's the thing, bro. Mbappe is a really, really good player. If he didn't do the things he did off the field, and then with the whole like controversy with the control thing and everything going on, bro, he's a really good player. Like you saw what he did in 2018 in Croatia in the finals of the World Cup.
Yeah, that World Cup is how he got his name out there.
Yeah, and that's what the World Cup does, bro. That's what the World Cup does. That's why the World Cup is so crazy. Because every time we see players get like crazy boosts. It happened with James in 2014. We saw after he did what he did for Colombia, Real Madrid came up and picked him up. Same thing, Courtois wins the best goalkeeper in the world, and now he's goalieing in the Champions League finals. Mbappe, now he's one of the biggest sensations in the world, bro. Which brings me to this question. Who's going to be that one that blows up after the World Cup? Who's that one player, in your opinion, who's going to blow up because of the World Cup performance?
I'm going to say Lautaro Martinez or Julian Alvarez. Like, I know Lautaro is already one of the better strikers.
Yeah,
I feel he's underrated.
Man, it's tough because you have a lot of players. Jude Bellingham could blow up. Bro, if Jude Bellingham has a good World Cup, like a good, not a great World Cup, if he has a good World Cup, the man's could like, I mean, even without having a crazy good World Cup, we already see Real Madrid's interested in him. Liverpool wants him. But my player, I think Christian Pulisic. I think if Pulisic can have a really, really outstanding World Cup and lead the US, maybe, who knows, to get a Cinderella run, maybe to the quarterfinals, which is possible, then we could be talking about like severe, like crazy good team looking at him because he already has a Champions League under his belt. Now, who's a player who you think is going to fall off after the World Cup?
I mean, there are already a lot of players that have started to drop off. I think Suarez.
Yeah, I think Suarez. I can see Suarez. It hurts me to say this, but I think Modric. I think Modric might start to like in the World Cup and after the World Cup. Now, who's the dark horse for you in the World Cup? Like, who's that one team that you wouldn't be you'd say could make a shocking run?
I mean, it's those Asian teams, man.
Yeah, bro. I mean, with Japan, dog, Japan.
Every World Cup, everyone has them out, and then they just surprise every time.
Somehow, bro. Literally, you don't hear about any Japan players until the World Cup. And then they turn into like freaking 2014 Germany. My team, and this is something that I've said for a very long time. I've told you this privately and I've said it to a couple other people. I think Netherlands. Because, bro, the Netherlands are so underrated with De Jong, with De Ligt, Van Dijk, Memphis Depay. Like that team is so dangerous, bro. Like, they are such a good team. Like, and I think they got really. I also think Senegal is gonna be a dangerous team. I want to ask you this because we were having this conversation before coming on air. Will there ever be another Germany side like the 2014 Germany?
Believe so.
Bro,
As
that
much as they
Germany
try, I don't think they'll ever be the same. Like currently, Germany is shocking the world right now at how bad they're doing in the Nations League.
Yeah, I mean, like, bro, this Germany team after the 2014 World Cup, they've never been the same. They struggled in Russia in 2018. They were losing. This is a game that I do remember watching. Remember 2020 Euros, Germany versus Hungary. They were being outplayed by the Hungarians. Germany, and now in the Nations League, this is not a good squad. Like, and I can't explain it because they have good players. They have guys like Neuer still there, and he's still one hell of a goalie. Kimmich. You've got guys like that, so there's no. Why do you think they're not gelling right now? Why do you think they're not good enough?
I always say is I just don't think have found that balance yet, or like maybe they're too young, but they do have some older guys like Kroos, or it could be something else.
I don't know, man, because it's weird. It's so strange how they go from, like, literally they were on top of the world, and then they just fell. Like, they beat Brazil 7-1 in Brazil. They beat Argentina in Brazil to win the World Cup, and then they haven't been the same. And that's a strange circumstance, to say the least.
All right, next. Kun Agüero in an interview compared Erling Haaland to the likes of Maradona and Lewandowski, saying that he will continue to break records.
Wow, that's an interesting thing. I don't think Haaland is on that level. I think what we're seeing from Haaland is crazy dominance, almost a robotic type feel to the guy. And I mean, like, bro, you have people who actually genuinely believe he is a robot. Like,
I know that petition.
Bro, the petition. There's a petition to get him deported. When have we ever seen fans try to get a player deported? I think Haaland's a beast, bro. I love Haaland. I love watching him play. I don't think he's on R9's level yet, or Messi. I don't think he'll ever get to Messi type level.
It is extreme to say something like this, but he's not too far off.
He's not too far off from what?
Like from like saying Haaland is going to be one of the greats when he retires.
I mean, I think he's gonna be great. I don't think he's going to be Messi type great though.
No, obviously not. Messi is on another level.
Yeah, man, like
he's on his own level.
No, he's not, but yeah. He's in the elevator with someone else though, so. Man, I think Haaland. I think Haaland is right now the best player in the world. Now, my only thing that's gonna hold me, the only reason why I can't put Haaland yet into the great level, into the all-time great level, is because of his country. It's because of his international play. He needs to do something with Norway. Like, and I'm not even talking about like win something. Just if he can somehow bring Norway to the World Cup,
that would be a feat on its own.
That is actually something if he can manage to bring Norway to the World Cup, he could be knocking on Messi Ronaldo's door.
It might actually happen in 2026.
Yeah, because if you look at how many teams are now going to be able to qualify, I love Haaland. I just don't think he's on all-time great level yet.
I mean, I think the World Cup is going for like, is it 30 teams right now?
Yeah. I think it goes from 30
to like 48.
Yeah, I think so, or something like that. Now, I have a serious question for you, for the audience as well, but the way I'm going to word it, it's going to sound like it's not a serious question, but it actually is. Do you think he's a robot?
How many games has he played? I think he's played like 8 games in the Prem. He already has like 20 goals.
Yeah, bro, like, jeez. I don't know, man. He could be a robot.
And
bro,
the way he's scoring these goals.
Yeah, bro. And then,
that goal against Dortmund.
Like his facial expressions after he scores the goal. I'm like, what, bro? We celebrate.
Dude, that goal against Borussia Dortmund. Trivela cross from Joao Cancelo. Karate kick. I don't know how he
I didn't even know what the hell that was, bro. That looked like a freaking Claymore kick goal right there. Like, I don't even know what the hell that was. And then, bro, he's the goals he scored against Man United were nice. Like, he's unhuman, bro. I've never seen someone with such a gift for goal scoring like he does. Like, he could actually retire as one of the best goal scorers of all time.
Erling Haaland remind you of being at this level and being so successful at such a young age?
I'm gonna go bold here. Not Ronaldo and it's not Messi. Someone who's actually still playing right now and who we've seen a lot of TikToks of and who's one of the best, most funniest. He's the Andrew Tate of soccer. Haaland reminds me of Zlatan.
Yeah,
Bro,
I know, it's the bun.
Not
They
just the
really
bun, bro.
so, like,
they're both built like
copies of each other.
monsters.
I know, and like they both have that. I don't want to say Haaland is as cold as Zlatan,
Not
but
yet.
they just have that
Yeah.
similar charisma.
Yeah, and I mean, like, bro, Haaland has a song. Like, man, damn, bro. But yeah, how about you? Who does Haaland remind you of?
I don't know who it was, but I feel like I've this type of success somewhere.
Like, Haaland is so good, bro. Now, I want to ask you this question. How much of it because he's had two great teams in City and Dortmund, how different would we still be having this same conversation if he was in, like, let's say, a team like Burnley or Leeds, for example? Because, like, what I'm saying is, like, had dominant teams, like, he's had great teammates and great teams. Now, I'm just wondering, like, if we were to plug him into, like, let's say, I don't know. This is my question for you, and and this is also a question for our audience, and I want you guys to comment down below your answer. If Haaland was in Wrexham, would he still be as good? Wrexham, the team that Ryan Reynolds owns, 5th Division Welsh team. If he was playing in the 5th division of the, or like, I don't know if it's the 5th, it's like a low division, would he be as good?
I think he would be as good, but I don't think he would be famous. Like, no one hears about the 5th division.
That's true. If it wasn't for Ryan Reynolds buying this team and Hulu making a documentary about them, I would have never heard about this. Really good documentary. You should all check it out. Hulu, please sponsor us. We'll promote you guys. All right.
So the Ballon d'Or, I believe next week.
Yes, it's next Monday.
3 days away.
I think we're both in agreement that it's Benzema, right?
Definitely.
Like, I think the entire world should be in agreement. Now, let me ask you this. Is there a world where he doesn't win it?
There should not be in any alternate universe that he does not win.
Yeah, bro, I don't know because, like, I look at what happened to Lewandowski that season where he was dominating, and I'm like, man, Messi won it instead. But I don't know, bro. I think he's absolutely. And now, let me ask you this: with Benzema on the verge of winning his first Ballon d'Or, where does this season rank among all-time?
I mean, I haven't watched a lot of the strikers, like, from the 2000s and stuff. Like, I don't know.
Where does this how does this from the 2010s?
One of the best.
Yeah. Let me ask you something, bro. With him potentially getting the Ballon d'Or, this has been a debate that the entire soccer world's had for years. Suarez or Benzema? Right now, who is better?
Right now, like, currently.
Like, all time, who would you, like, right now, who would you say is better all time?
I mean, I think Suarez, it's pretty hard to argue against the Ballon d'Or.
Not just that, bro. Ballon d'Or, he's got many Champions Leagues. He may have not been on the team, but he's still a World Cup winner. He's part of the French team, so he's got the accolades. For me, it's Benzema. I think Benzema is, like, the best. I think he's one of the best strikers ever. Now, this is a tough question with knowing. Let me ask you something. Currently, who would you say is the best striker right now in the world? Who's the best striker in the world?
I think it's Lewandowski. Where it gets weird, I think it's between him.
I think it's Haaland, and I don't think it's close. Bro, Haaland, insane. And I know we just literally did an entire segment talking about Haaland, but you can never have too much Haaland talk. And I don't know. I think Haaland is so good. Haaland, bro, people are saying he's a fucking robot.
I mean, yeah, that should speak for itself.
Exactly. When you have people, you know what you actually, now this is what should speak for itself. When you have Parliament looking at a petition to deport the man as a striker, bro, they want to deport him from England.
Like, how cold is it to be called the robot or, like, the machine, bro?
The machine. I remember the comedian, bro. You are now the machine. But yeah, bro, I think it's Haaland, dog.
I'd say Lewandowski because just dominating La Liga right now. But, like, Haaland's goal-to-game ratio is incredible.
Now, let me ask you this, though. Lewandowski's dominating La Liga, yeah. Haaland's dominating the Prem. What league is tougher though?
I don't know. It depends how you want to look at it, because I feel like La Liga depends more on tactics and
But
strategy.
here's the thing, dude. La Liga really, realistically, only has, besides Barca, one, maybe two dominant. I mean, really, it's just Barca and Madrid who are crazy good teams. And like Lewandowski faces, as Lewandowski, you're only gonna face Madrid twice in a season. Like you look at Haaland's competition. I think if we go like team by team, I do think the Prem is better than La Liga, just based on the fact that like look who you like Valencia. Obviously you got Valencia, but look you got Chelsea, Liverpool, Tottenham, really good teams. I don't know, man. It's tough. It's tough to decide.
Like I feel like La Liga is tactical and the Prem is physical.
And I mean, like another thing that I think is like tougher, like you see players come from the Prem and like do really good in La Liga. Like you saw what happened with Ronaldo, but that's Cristiano. But like I don't know if we plug in a random La Liga player, I don't know if he does. It's a tough debate, bro, and it really is a tough debate. Also, let us know what you guys think. Comment down below which league is better, La Liga or the Prem. Sort of God, if someone says the French league, bro, watch someone say MLS. Bro, that'd be hilarious. All right, what's next?
So Maccabi Haifa, the team that beat Juventus Tuesday, I believe.
Yes, I believe you.
That was their first Champions League win in 20 years.
And they beat Juventus 2-0, right? And now because of that loss, Juventus is in the Europa League. What happened to Juventus? We were having the conversation a couple months ago when the Di Maria signing and the Pogba signing became a thing, where we were saying, man, Juventus is now the big, like, a threatening side in Europe. They're bounced from the round one of the champions.
I don't think you can, and like I didn't watch the game. I don't know what went wrong.
Like what went wrong this season, bro? Like why hasn't this Juventus good players? Why aren't they performing?
And I don't think they have had any injuries this season. I think Di Maria was their first injury.
Strange, man. Let me ask you something. With how bad this season started and going, is it time for the coach to go?
Possibly, yeah.
Because like I look at what they've done, they haven't been in contention for a Serie A title since Cristiano Ronaldo left. They've been terrible in the Champions. And like, look, when we saw the group stage review, I said, bro, this is a group that Juventus could actually win. Because, look, the toughest competition is PSG. They're not going to beat them. But, like, I think at the beginning of the season, you could have said, honestly, they were better than Benfica. And they were way better than this team that just beat them. So I think it's time for the coach to go.
So I'm looking at the table, and currently, Juventus is 8th in Serie A.
That is not...
Under Roma, under Atalanta, under Udinese.
And I mean, like, you look at the other Italian teams, like right now, Napoli is dominating Ajax with a 3-1. They're up 3-1 with 74 at the 74th minute. You look at Juventus, bro, these guys are like, Di Maria played yesterday, bro.
Yeah.
They played Di Maria. They played, well, they had all of this. They just lost with everyone, no injuries, bro. It was a full strength Juventus team. And I mean, like, bro, they're not clicking, bro. They're not clicking. And it's crazy to think, because we look at the history behind Juventus. Champions League finals a couple years ago with Barca. They were in the finals playing Barcelona. I believe it was 2015. And ever since then, and then you see Ronaldo they won the Serie A, like, I believe 2 times when Cristiano was there. I don't know, man. Juventus, they fell off.
I don't know. It was hard to foresee any of this happening, because Di Maria is an incredible playmaker and goal scorer. They have Dusan Vlahovic.
I mean, Cuadrado, bro. Cuadrado, incredible playmaker. They've got really good guys. There's no reason why they should be playing. There's no reason why they should be playing in the Europa League, bro. I'm at a loss for words.
Besides firing the coach, the manager, do you think there are any players that they should get rid of? Any other moves they should make?
I think it's time to see guys like Danilo leave. I think you need to get a better goalie. I think you gotta fix that midfield, and I do think that includes, and this is gonna be interesting for me to say, I think Weston McKennie has to go. I think it's time for McKennie to leave Juventus. They have to get a better number. I think they have to get a better midfield, better defense. Cuadrado, McKennie have to go. The goalkeeper has to go. Danilo has to go. I think they should never have let go of Dybala. I don't think they should have ever let Dybala go. Because I think Dybala would have done. Now that's my question to you though. Let's say Dybala is on this current team. Do you think they do better?
I do think they do better. Dybala and Di Maria, one, have that Argentinian chemistry. They play well with each other.
Yeah, man.
Them on the same squad would have been dangerous in itself.
I think Juventus has to go back. I think Juve has to do this move, and they have to go back and get Cristiano Ronaldo. I mean, let's be honest. What do they have to lose right now? In January, you can go get. I think, look, you offer Manchester United whatever, either cash or you could offer them a Kenny and plus cash for Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo helps this team with Di Maria, with Pogba, with everyone there.
And it would be an improvement from United.
At this point, anything would be an improvement from United, bro. Poor guy is like sitting in the bench, not doing anything.
But disregarding the fact that Ronaldo isn't playing as much as he used to, United is bouncing back a little bit.
Yeah, they have a really good team, bro. They got good guys like Christian Eriksen, Anthony, Sancho.
Rashford is starting to play good again.
Yeah, we're starting to see really good games from Rashford. And you know what changed? They're not playing Maguire. You see? You don't play Maguire, you actually do good things. Even though Harry Maguire is the GOAT. And then, I mean, like, they're looking at a good Manchester United team. And I think they could even be better if they put in Ronaldo, bro. All right, what's next?
Staying in the city, PSG offer 150 million for Leao. And they could buy Skriniar. I believe he plays for Milan, for Inter Milan, 20 million.
I don't think Rafael Leao is a good choice for PSG. Not with what's happening with Mbappe. I don't think it's a good choice to go after Leao right now. And I think he deserves better than Ligon, because he's such a good guy, man. Like, I was watching the Milan. I can't remember. It was a Milan game. I think it was Milan Dinamo a couple weeks ago. That man just looked like, dang, bro. He looks so good, man. He's such a rising star. I don't know if he'd fit well in PSG.
I don't think PSG is a good move for him. He could fit well in the Prem. I feel like Milan is such a good team for him. Like, he has that freedom to play like himself, and he's shining because of it. That's
important, bro. I think the Prem would be really good. I think La Liga would be so good for him. I think Sevilla would be really, really interesting to see him there.
Maybe like a Sevilla, or like
even like an Atletico, bro. Atletico would be really good with Joe Felix and Rafael Leao plus Griezmann. That team would be nice because he's really good. He is a really good player.
Yes, he's an explosive winger. I'm gonna say he's just as explosive as Mbappe.
I mean, bro, he reminds me of like he for me is what Mbappe and Dembele combined with, bro, without the fact that he gets injured all the time like Dembele. But Dembele is made out of glass.
Right. So, staying in La Liga, Messi has become Barcelona's top priority.
He's coming home.
He's coming home.
We just have a full-on meltdown on camera because Messi's coming home. But man, hallelujah, Leo Messi back to La Liga, back to Barca. I'm pretty sure it's good. I'm almost certain it's going to happen. Hopefully Ronaldo follows in his footsteps and comes home.
Now, talks have begun, and Messi said, like, it's a rumor that Messi does not want to be supporting player. He wants to be important as Pedri.
Bro, he's lying on Messi. He's going to be more important than Pedri. It's Leo Messi here. I don't think he should be worried about that. I heard, I spoke to a source close to Barca, and he's saying that, like, literally gonna be a done deal as soon as July. As soon as the summer transfer window starts, the first move that could be announced will more than likely be a Messi to Barca. But now PSG doesn't want to let him go, and PSG is going to actually buy. The PSG owners are going to attempt to buy Espanyol in order to make Barcelona's life difficult, and their goal is to make Barcelona the second club in Barcelona, like the number 2 club.
How could they possibly become better than Barcelona?
Yeah, they want Espanyol to become better than Barca. And I mean, like, bro, they have the money.
I know, that's the scary part.
That's what's scary, bro. They could buy them. And then, hell, even if they don't want to spend money, they can send some PSG players out on loan to Espanyol. Start playing like some crazy corrupt games.
Just sell some players to the other club.
If I'm not mistaken, they also own Man City, so screw it. If they get really upset, they just sell
said
Haaland
Haaland.
to the La Liga.
They said Haaland to Bayern.
They sent the entire squad, bro. They sent Guardiola over there. Yeah, man. Barca and Messi to Barca. I'm so happy.
John Laporta has decided to build a statue of Messi
Goddamn time.
outside of the Camp Nou. I
I
believe
think,
next
I
to the
think,
Johan Cruyff statue.
bro, it's about time. I think both Messi. I think Messi should get a statue outside of Barca's facility and stadium, and outside of where Argentina's training grounds are.
1000%.
And also maybe screw it, maybe in Paris. And then I think Ronaldo should get one in Manchester, Madrid. Definitely Sporting, maybe not Juventus, but maybe. There should just be every single club should have a statue of Ronaldo and Messi, even if they didn't play for him. Inter Miami should have it. Inter Miami should build one just so they could come here. Man, Inter Miami needs better players. I can't do this, man.
That last game was.
I can't sit in the rain and watch us lose.
At least we scored a goal. It wasn't. I mean, 2 goals.
It was
better.
bad.
It was bad.
It was really bad. I don't even think the goal helps.
Yeah, Sporting should definitely build a statue of Ronaldo.
Oh, absolutely. I think Madrid should too. It's like, man, Cristiano and Messi, bro. Who they are, dog. It's who they are.
Has a 200 million release clause in his contract that takes effect in 2024.
Man, Real Madrid, come on, guys. I know Madrid is looking into him, and I know from what I've read online and from what people close to the club have told us, is that Real Madrid is looking at Haaland as that Benzema replacement. I would love that, bro. Bro, imagine what El Clasico would become. Lewandowski and Messi versus Haaland.
Insane. It would be 1,000 times more fun to watch.
Yeah, I mean, like, bro, even now, El Clasico is really fun to watch. Like, Lewandowski versus Vini and Benzema this Sunday, ESPN Plus. Yeah, man, I'm excited. I do hope he can get Haaland. And, bro, there's a world where we actually could pick up Jude Bellingham this summer and then Haaland next summer.
Now, keep in mind, this release clause is only for teams outside of the Prem.
Which works perfect for Madrid. So, yeah, man, I would love to see Haaland come to Real Madrid and find it and like really dominate La Liga and win us Champions Leagues, La Ligas, Copa del Rey's, everything. Make Real Madrid become Thanos.
What did it cost? Alright, moving on. Arsenal are moving to extend Martinelli to 2028.
Bro, Martinelli is such a great player. That game against who was it? Liverpool. Man, this dog did. That goal, I believe it was like, what, a minute in?
I believe so. It was around 50 seconds.
Yeah. Bro, Martinelli is such an underrated player. That Arsenal team under Arteta have been. I don't think any of us could have predicted what Arsenal's doing this season.
I watched that Chelsea-Arsenal Cup final. It was basically a friendly. They played a game here in Orlando. I saw how Arsenal was playing against Chelsea. They had so much chemistry. They won 4-0.
Bro, Arsenal.
That they would be a threat in the Prem.
Yeah, I knew they were going to be a threat. But, bro, if you would have told me that they'd be on top of the Premier League over Haaland City, I would have said, no way, man. Like, bro, Arteta is such a great coach. He reminds me of like a young Pep. When Pep Guardiola was first starting to coach, Arteta's like dominant. He could be, in my opinion, he is the best coach in the Premier League.
Yeah, and he turned Arsenal around.
Yeah, and like in less than what? 2 years?
Yeah, something like that. All right, here is a question. I know you said no one expected Arsenal to be over Haaland's City. Take Haaland out of City, and let's say Alvarez is their striker. Are they still?
All right, I'm going to go bold here, and I'm going to say this to the camera. If you take Haaland out of Manchester City, with how good other teams in the Prem are, they're not top 5. They're not a top 5 team. No way, bro. No way. Because look, dude, the reason why they've dominated these last couple of years is because the Premier League competition hasn't been great. But now, bro, Leeds is really good. Tottenham is playing out of their mind. They could actually win a trophy this year. Arsenal's dominating, bro. Chelsea, they had a rocky start, but now they're picking it up. West Ham is playing really well. So I don't think they're top 3.
Most of all, almost all of their goals have been produced by Haaland.
Honestly, as presently constructed, without, and I want to ask you this, without Haaland, you take Haaland out, as presently constructed both teams, who's better? With no Haaland in City, United or City?
I think without City, no. I mean, without Haaland, I think City is 5, 6, or 7. I think United would be better than City without Haaland.
I agree with you there.
He's like, without Haaland, City would be on the decline, while Manchester United are currently working their way up.
And that's a good point, bro. That's a really good point where like Manchester's improving, and if you take Haaland out of City, they'd be. So yeah, I think Manchester United would be better.
Alright, Chelsea midfielder Jorginho has been spotted in Barcelona.
Honestly, this is something that, yeah, he was in Barca. I don't think it means anything. I think that's something the media does and we do a lot, is like, as soon as the players like spotted, and it's not just in soccer, we did it, bro. We did it all the time in the NBA this offseason. And we'll talk about some NBA stuff coming up, but like, bro, just because a player is at a city or at a country where another club doesn't mean he's gonna go there. Like, bro, maybe he wanted a freaking, what do Barcelonian people eat? Whatever Spain eats. I'm so sorry, I don't remember. Tapas, I think, something like that. But I don't think it means anything.
I know, I believe his agent was there too, and he has been linked to Barcelona recently. He fits in Barcelona.
He doesn't.
I don't think he fits.
He doesn't fit.
Plus, we have so many midfielders.
You don't need another midfielder.
Exactly.
I don't think he'd even start for you guys. He wouldn't start. I don't think he'd start.
It's already complicated enough as it is.
Yeah.
You have the young Pedri, Gavi, Kessie.
So yeah, I don't think I don't think Barca should go after him.
Alright. Chelsea want to extend Mason Mount.
They should, man. They should. Mason Mount's like I'm a huge Mason Mount fan, and I think they should. Now I want to ask you this question: who's better between Mason Mount and Phil Foden?
I'm gonna say Phil Foden.
Man, I disagree. I like Mason. I like Phil Foden. He's a really good player, but I just feel like Mason is slightly better than Phil. That's a good debate to have if you're Southgate. Man, who do I want to start? Phil Foden or Mason Mount? Come on, man. That's a nice luxury. It's literally the equivalent of going out to your garage and saying, "What do I want to take? Do I want to take the Lamborghini or do I want to take the Ferrari?" It's a nice problem to have when you have two really great players on the same team.
Alright, moving over to Tottenham. Google is in talks over a deal about stadium naming rights.
Damn, bro, Google. It makes sense. What are your thoughts on this thing?
It's definitely unexpected on part of Google. Google on a stadium just doesn't really make.
It does. I don't hate how it sounds. But most importantly, in my opinion, this is a tremendously smart business move for Google. It's really such a smart business move because you look at that stadium, the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. You would have your name on a stadium that hosts Tottenham concerts, other events. Not to mention, that's where they play NFL games in London. It's in the Tottenham Stadium. So you'd get millions of eyes on your brand if you're Google, just because of Google would grow tremendously if this happens. It makes so much sense for Google. It makes sense for both teams, for both sides, because bro, Tottenham, you could have a sponsorship from Google, bro. Who wouldn't want to have a sponsorship from Google?
Now, if I'm not mistaken, this deal is around £1 billion.
Yeah, that's a nice amount of money for Tottenham.
Really is.
Now, Google Stadium doesn't really sound right. I don't think it doesn't fit, bro. So what would you change the name to still include the Google, but how would you like rename it to make it like something that pops?
I don't know. I think the mix, England and America, as business partners doesn't go well. I think if they were to rename it, it would have to be something based from England.
I mean, not necessarily.
Not Americanize the stadium.
Play in the Emirates. That has nothing to do with England.
I don't know.
I think a really cool name would be like the, I don't know, maybe like make it the,
What about it? Like the Pixel Stadium. Okay.
The Internet Dome. Yeah, like, If only Facebook bought it. If it was Facebook, I have a perfect name, the Metaverse Stadium. I don't know, man. Google Earth. Google. That's what we named the stadium. Google Earth Stadium.
The Google Earth Arena. No. Google Earth.
As long as it's $1 billion for Tottenham, it's not bad. All right.
Alright, so moving on to the NBA. There have been some altercations, one of which happened on the Warriors training ground. Draymond, Jordan Poole.
Yeah. Well, Jordan Poole pushed. It was like crazy, bro. There was pushes. There was a crazy punch by Draymond. Man, what are your thoughts about this?
I certainly did not expect something to be happening like this, but it's Draymond.
Yeah, and I mean, like, when you think
He is
about it,
a little quick to anger.
when you think about it, bro, like, it's Draymond, yeah, but like,
Yeah.
this is also happening months after the Warriors just won a championship. So my first question for you is, how do you think this affects Golden State heading into the new season? Because they have the big game against the Lakers on opening night in ring when they get their rings a week from yesterday. They're getting. So how do you think this affects them heading into the season?
I think this shows that they are not the same team that won the NBA championship that season. Because last season, they were all in the same groove. They had that flowing. They had excellent chemistry. And now, like, this altercation shows that all of that might not be there. And it's a complicated situation in the locker room.
I think it's a good thing, actually. I think this whole thing is a good thing. Here's why. If you remember I believe it was the 96 Bulls, where Michael Jordan, his teammate, then Chicago Bulls, now Golden State Warriors head coach, Steve Kerr, they proceeded to literally dominate the league after that. Here's why I think this is a good thing. Because, bro, it shows competitive nature. It shows it's a good thing because, look, this team wants to win. They're obsessed with winning to the point where they're fighting each other. And, like, I don't think it's as big of a deal as the media and people are making it. Because, like, bro, it happens, bro. It's part of sports. You're not always gonna get along. It's not the first time that it happened. Like, bro, Draymond, it's not the first time. Remember when Draymond was like, when Kevin Durant was gonna leave and like Draymond and KD got into it. So like, it's not the first time Draymond does this, bro. But I think this could actually benefit Golden State because it could be like, they could use this as like motivation.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but I'm just saying that it shows that there has been some change within the team.
Now, should they get rid of Draymond?
I don't think so. I know some people were.
Here's the thing, and this is a question that I've been asked a lot on like Twitter and like face to face and stuff. Should they get rid of either one of them, Draymond or Jordan Poole, after what happened? Because here, bro, teammates fight. Like they fight. Here's something. We have no idea how many of these fights have happened. It just happens that this one got leaked. We don't know if this is the first time they fight. Like, it happens, bro. It's sports. You're gonna fight each other. I just think everyone's overreacting about this. And I do think it's gonna be a little rocky to start for the Warriors. But look, bro, every team has a controversy heading into it. The Celtics, what happened with their coach? Lakers controversy is just how bad Russell Westbrook is. Literally, that's a controversy in itself, man. That was wrong with Russell Westbrook. So yeah, I think the Warriors will be fine.
So I think around 4 days ago, right? I think that's when it happened. Victor Wembanyama showcased his talents.
Bro, Victor Wembanyama is incredible.
Man, oh man.
Like, I love Victor Wembanyama. We made a video on this YouTube channel, the Pegasus YouTube channel, where I answered the question, is Victor Wembanyama a generational talent? Let me ask you that question. Is he a generational talent?
Yes, he is. He just has that spark.
All right, the kid's 18. He's 7'4" with an 8-foot wingspan, bro. He has an 8-foot wingspan. Shaq is 7'1". This kid's 7'4".
Yeah.
He's like an inch shorter than Yao Ming. He shoots threes like he's Stephen Curry.
He can do everything, and he does it so flawlessly.
And bro, he's 18, so he's gonna get better. He's gonna be enter his prime.
And like, he has Adam Silver asking teams not to tank for him.
I mean, like, bro, like I said, when you have your commissioner telling teams not to tank for you, you know you are the big thing, bro. Now, I just hope to God he doesn't go to Oklahoma. I'm tired of seeing Oklahoma get everybody. Like, can Oklahoma just stop being so good at tanking?
I know, I saw some highlights from just past half court.
Yeah, bro, he's like, the man's insane. He had 37 points in a game. And he did it without breaking a sweat.
7 blocks. It's just, damn.
Like this, and I'm gonna say this on the show. I said it on the video, which you should totally check out. I said he's more of a generational talent than LeBron James. He's more of a generational talent than LeBron James was heading into the NBA.
Honestly, I see it.
I mean, like, if you think about it, we've seen guys like LeBron and like Kobe, players like Jordan. When the hell have we seen a 7'4" guy who can post up, who can dunk and who can shoot threes from half court. We have it. This is a 2K, bro. He's a 2K glitch.
For real.
Bro, I just can't imagine if he's. Imagine it like he is a dark matter 99 everything. That's what he is. 2K must be applied to everything.
Yeah, he's incredible.
He is such a good player.
Who do you compare him to?
Man, here's the thing. There is really no one to compare him to. He's the one player who you really can't compare to anyone.
All right, so let me change the question. What do you think his ceiling is?
His ceiling is there's a check, and I said this, dude. If he can stay healthy, he has a great chance of retiring as the greatest player to ever play in the history of the game. That's his ceiling. His ceiling is the greatest player of all time.
I see. I know. I've seen some videos, and this guy said that people are saying that he has to put on muscle, but I've seen some videos of him, and he has muscle.
Bro, if he puts on muscle, it's over for the league. If he puts on muscle, he will then be able to post up, shoot a three. Bro, he can literally fade away from three. He's shooting fade away 3-pointers at 7'4". He's 7'5" with shoes.
Also, I want to say this. I believe his ceiling is if Curry.
Dude, he's if Curry, Shaq, Giannis, and LeBron all made a baby. That's what he is. Because he's crazy, bro. The things that this man does at that size, at this age, is unheard of. Bro, he's 7'4" at 18 years old.
I mean, yeah, he's 18, so he's probably gonna keep growing.
That's scary, bro.
A little more, yeah.
Jesus, when he stops growing, he might be 8 foot tall. Just a glimpse. He's 18. We're both 16. I'm 5'7". He's 7'4". Bro, he makes Shaq look small. There was a picture of him standing right next to Rudy Gobert. Bro, he made Rudy Gobert look small. God damn.
I know Gobert has been the tallest guy in the league for a while now.
You know what I want to see?
6-year-old kid comes up and makes him look tiny.
I want to see Taco Fall standing right next to Victor.
Dude, the ref at the game was up to...
This is like, he's unhuman, bro. I wouldn't be surprised, knowing how people are, if when he starts playing, they start asking him if he's an alien. Just like they're doing with Haaland in a robot.
He's a Haaland of basketball.
He is the Haaland of basketball.
He's a machine. But that's
bro, you know what he reminds me of?
He's a robot.
Remember the 1990s movie Space Jam? Remember the Goon Squad? That's what he is. The purple one, bro. The purple one. The one with the crazy long arms. That's Victor Wembanyama.
That should be his nickname. The Goon.
Sounds so bad.
It does.
Jesus Christ, bro.
We'll work on it.
We'll work on the nickname.
So we know that LeBron James is one of the biggest partners. Now, Bronny James has decided to do the same and sign with Nike.
It was obvious. It was a really good deal. Bro, Bronny, dog. I think, how good can Bronny really be, bro? Like, it's crazy, dog. I think he's following in his father's footsteps in signing with Nike. And he's gonna attend Ohio State, bro. I'm excited to watch him in college. I'm really excited. My question is, LeBron wasn't Bronny's dad. Would he be getting this much hype?
Because, like, most of he's only this good because of how good his dad.
But let's be honest, dude. Is he really that good? Like, I've seen him play. He's not a top 10 pick. And it's crazy. He's gonna be a top 10 pick because of who his dad is. If you take away his father, he's lucky to be a lottery pick. Now, what I'm wondering is, like, are we putting way too much hype? Is Bronny being overhyped?
To an extent, yes. Yeah,
I think he is, and I think part of it is because his dad is LeBron James, and that's what's difficult, bro. When your father, when your father is that good, and you're playing that same sport, you have a lot of pressure to live up to. Like, it's the same thing with Cristiano Jr. Got the pressure, bro.
I like how everyone is pressuring Cristiano Jr. Like, no one talks about Thiago, like Messi's son, Cristiano Jr.
I feel bad for those kids, bro, because they have so much pressure to live up to and so much expectations that it could get really hard, bro. Congratulations to Bronny for signing on Nike.
Next, the U.S. basketball team is interested in Joel Embiid.
Man, that'd be really. Imagine, bro, being in another country in the Olympics and watching the U.S. come out with Embiid. Even though, yes, he wasn't born here. He's actually from Cameroon, but he could still, under FIBA law, he can still play because he's a U.S. citizen now. So he's technically a part of the U.S.
Very interesting.
Indeed. He became a U.S. citizen a couple weeks ago. So congratulations, Joel. You did well, my man. You did good.
Very recent.
I don't know how. It was pretty recently.
They heard he's a citizen. We need him.
Exactly, bro. He turned into a citizen. Like, mode 6. Let's go get him. SEAL Team 6.
Moving. Let's roll out.
I was watching that movie yesterday. But yeah, this literally is what the show is going to be. Us talking sports, making jokes, just going off the rails. It's what we've always been. It's what we will always be. We are some crazy bunch of kids. All right, what's next?
LeBron James has done a lot of things. A powerful voice in the NBA world. Now, recently he has made a pitch to Adam Silver about making an expansion to Las Vegas.
I want to see it happen, bro. I think Vegas deserves a basketball team because, bro, it's Las Vegas, dude. Like, imagine those games would all be sellouts. It's in Vegas. LeBron James is the owner, bro. Like something we'd do in 2K, bro.
Yeah,
it's like crazy, bro. LeBron running a sports team would be really fun.
Now, if Adam Silver considers this pitch from LeBron, could this branch out to adding other teams as well?
I think it will be. And I think that's a smart thing because, bro, like, the NBA could expand its revenue sources by so much. They could be bringing in millions and millions of extra dollars just by expanding other markets that are like other geographical regions, which will be profitable. Like, bro, Seattle needs to get a sports team. Adam Silver, you're probably not watching this, but in the rare chance that you are, bring back the Seattle Supersonics.
Bring back ball to Seattle.
Yeah, they will make millions of dollars. New teams. Now, besides Vegas and Seattle, what's another city that you would like to see get a? That's a tough question.
It is a very tough question. First of all, what countries don't have a basketball team? I mean, states.
You know what? I'd like to see a Hawaii team because they could play in the NBA. Man, if Toronto can play, the Honolulu Sharks.
Like, isn't Hawaii like miles away in the middle of the ocean? I know, but like,
I don't know, man. Because who else doesn't have one? Vancouver used to have one. Toronto has one. What city doesn't, besides Seattle and Las Vegas, what city doesn't have one?
Alaska doesn't have one.
We're not making a basketball team in Alaska.
Alaska's a conspiracy theory.
Exactly. Alaska's just a conspiracy theory. It's where the yellow people.
The Virginians don't have one. Actually, this is going to be Alabama doesn't have one.
That is true. Bro.
Next to Georgia.
The Alabama cousins. No, bro, the Alabama relatives, and you literally get you get the Ball brothers to play there, the Lopez, Brooke and Robin. You get the Curry brothers there. You just get all the players who are related and you put them on one team.
The Alabama.
It was either that or the Sweet Home Alabama.
No, that was too far. I was about to take it too far.
What were you about to say? Holy crap.
Pardon the racism. Alabama rednecks.
If anything, I would have thought that'd be like a Houston, like a Texas. So yeah, I want to see the expansion teams. And who knows, man? Maybe the NBA expands internationally.
Actually, talking about the rednecks and stuff. New Mexico doesn't have
Jesus Christ, bro! You go from
a basketball team. I don't know, but my mind just made some connections. I don't know.
Yeah, I was about to say, what connections did your mind? All right, bro. We'll continue. Jesus Christ, this show is going off the rail, bro.
For a basketball team.
Yeah,
New Mexico.
Not gonna say the name I was about to say. I mean, hell, you just said rednecks. The Mexican Tequilas, sponsored by Terramana Tequila, coached by none other than Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Jesus Christ, this show is off the rails.
Okay, let's pull it back.
Let's tone it back. Let's put it back, bro. Let's put it back into the. You want this to act.
Executives believe LA will pursue Kyrie and Wiggins in 2023 free agency.
And to hell with Kyrie. I don't hide my dislike and my displeasure for Kyrie, but why are we all of a sudden thinking he's going to show up, bro? I turn on the TV to watch, I don't know, NBA Today, or I go on Twitter and everyone's like, Brooklyn's gonna be a contender because of Kyrie. We don't know if Kyrie's gonna play. Like, are we sure he's going to show up? Are we sure he's not gonna say, man, the moon is off the axis by 20 degrees. I can't play this season. Like, can we stop? Everyone's like, oh yeah, but he's changed. Has he? I need to see him on a court. I need to see him full-time playing basketball for me to believe that. So as of this moment, I don't think NA should even I don't think Kyrie should even be an option for any team until we know he can actually go in and he's gonna do what he's paid millions of dollars to do.
Do you see any of these actually happening?
I could see Wiggins to LA. I could see it on a Wiggins side. I don't know if I can see it on a strategical Lakers side because they don't need a lot. They don't need more wings unless they're gonna play LeBron at point guard, and then yeah, go get Wiggins. All right.
Toronto is interested in Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Close attention to his situation.
I think it's gonna happen. I think Toronto getting SGA could happen because of first of all, he's Canadian. Second of all, bro, Oklahoma they're gonna tank for Wemby. Oh, that sounds so weird. That's his nickname, bro, Wemby. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they trade Shai Gilgeous to Toronto. Could you see it happening?
I could see it happening. It's an oddly comforting fit.
It's an interesting fit for me. Because it fits, because you could have Fred VanVleet and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander as your backcourt. Then have OG, Scotty Barnes, and Siakam. That's a hell of a starting five. With Gary Trent on the bench.
Very
good. How long have we been talking for?
Alright, so in an interview, I don't know how this came up, but Giannis said he wants to disappear when he retires.
Oh yes, he wants to go, he also mentioned how he wants to be like Tim Duncan because no one knows where Tim Duncan is, which actually got me thinking, where the hell is Tim Duncan?
If I'm not mistaken, is he like a coach or something?
I think so, bro, but we haven't seen him. You know someone else who we haven't seen since he retired? Where is Tony Parker?
Ooh, I like Manu.
Oh yeah, that is true. Also, bro, where the hell is Ray Allen? We saw him one time when Steph broke his record. I haven't seen him since. Guess what? Also, I actually haven't seen, bro. Where the hell is Scottie Pippen?
True.
I used to see him all the time on TV. Like, what the hell happened to Scottie Pippen? So yeah, Giannis wants to disappear like a Formula One car, I guess.
I almost got scared. So I thought we were playing Bayern today, and I saw that Bayern is up 2-0.
Oh no, we're playing Inter. How is the Barca Inter game going?
Yeah, no, I don't think he scored.
We're doing some live commentary, I guess. No, it's 0-0 at the 20th minute. Sure, just read this one.
All right, next up, the Kings have the longest playoff drought in major U.S. sports.
And it's probably going to continue this year. Let's be honest. I don't see them making the playoffs. Because of how good that West team is. Now let me ask you something. Could they make the play-in tournament for you? Are they a play-in tournament team?
I say they
barely. I think their ceiling right now is play-in tournament. I don't know, man. I don't know if they can make it to the playoffs. And I mean, like, bro, Sacramento used to be really good. They had Chris Webber in the early 2000s. They had Peja. And then really, you look at Rudy Gay, DeMarcus Cousins. They haven't made it to the playoffs, man. I think this franchise is just cursed, honestly. They're just cursed.
If I'm not mistaken, I believe the last time they were in the playoffs is when they got eliminated by the Lakers. Kobe, Shaq era.
Yeah.
I think.
Bro, they haven't made it to the... Here's the thing, they haven't made it to the playoffs in 16 years. They've never made it to the playoffs in our lifetime. You know how much has happened through 16 years? Like... Bro, you know how much stuff has changed since, and I think it continues. I think hopefully they can build themselves up to be a playoff threat next year.
Maybe if they make the right moves, things could turn around.
Yeah, I think
playoffs.
Who knows, dude? Maybe, bro. If I'm Sacramento, I'm tanking for Wembanyama because look, De'Aaron Fox, Sabonis, and Victor Wembanyama, plus Tyrese Halliburton, who's I believe on the Kings. Oh wait, no, they traded him. So I think with Victor Wembanyama, they could be a really big team.
In Orlando, a fourth believes the Magic can be a fourth seed and do quote unquote special things.
I think they are a playoff team. I don't think they're a 4th seed. I think Paolo is going to help them a lot. It all depends for me on Jonathan Isaac, on if he's going to be really good, on if if he can stay healthy, they could be a really dangerous team.
I think Paolo will definitely help.
I'm excited to see how Paolo plays. As in his rookie year.
All right, now for some strange NBA stories to close off this. Karl Anthony Towns.
Oh my god. Oh god, I know what this story is.
Is set to star in an adult Scooby-Doo series on, I believe, HBO.
Yeah.
Velma.
Oh my god, bro. Jesus Christ. Karl Anthony Towns is gonna go to hot. Oh, bro. I might watch the series just for Karl Anthony Towns.
I think I might watch it just to see how they play Scooby-Doo into a series like that.
Yeah, man, like I'm excited to see how they make Doobie Doobie Doo into an adult film. I mean, adult series. And I mean, like you see the trend. It's obviously the trend. Like Winnie the Pooh's getting horror movie. Peacock just released a series about Barney and the making, and then the death threats and stuff. So I guess they're turning beloved childhood characters into a horror. I just can't wait until we get Chucky versus Boss Baby. Bro, that'd be a good movie though.
Honestly, Boss Baby would low-key win.
Yeah, honestly, yeah, never underestimate the power of Boss Baby.
And
What the hell has this show become?
A doll with a knife is a baby. He has that conscience. He has that IQ.
Not to mention, Boss Baby's a millionaire, bro. Got a helicopter like we saw in the last movie.
He has his own SWAT team.
Oh my god, what? How did we get to this? We started off by talking about Haaland being a robot. In this episode, we've talked about, this is literally how we're going to preview it. Haaland being a robot, Wamba Yamba as an alien, Boss Baby versus Chucky. We also mentioned Texas rednecks for some reason.
Alright, moving on. For our last story, Jimmy Butler is going to be releasing a country album. He's making a country album.
Jesus Christ, this is really the most random episode. Jimmy Butler's gonna make a country music album? Is it crazy that you want to hear that? Bro, the dreadlocks though.
I don't think he has those. I could be mistaken.
Is he going through a midlife crisis? Like the hair, bro. The country music album. Next thing you know, he pulls up to the first game against Chicago and in a minivan, bro. No, bro. He shows up in a new like Chevy Silverado with with a guitar, just playing his new songs.
Imagine he just sells everything and just it decides to live from an RV.
Yeah, bro, he's just like that's it, man. He just sells it all, lives in an RV, and he just becomes a Florida guy. He just sells everything, and then he just becomes a Florida man. Just he just retires from basketball, and every single day we just see news. Oh, Jimmy Butler wrestled an alligator. Man, what a fun episode this was. Oh, that was fun. We're back, boys. Man, I still can't believe Jimmy Butler's gonna make a country music album. Now I want to see Damian Lillard doing a collab with Jimmy Butler. A rap country music song.
It's rap too?
Doesn't Damian Lillard, I don't know if he still raps. I know he used to rap. Also, another thing, doesn't Jimmy Butler have a coffee business?
I think it's called a Big Face Coffee.
Yeah, something like that. Bro, the man's doing everything. So we're getting there, Jimmy. We're getting there. That was the show, guys. Thank you so much for listening. Make sure to subscribe if you want to continue to see random things like this. I mean, who knows? Maybe Boss Baby versus Chucky actually happens. Thank you so much for listening and watching, and we'll see you next time.